Hey, what's up guys, I'm Vince, and welcome back to Automation, the car company tycoon game. We're back in campaign mode with Express Motors, and if you saw the first video, you can see that I completely almost bankrupted this company completely. So today we're going to utilize the help of the homie Durbear, who's an engineer in real life, I'm not, and we're going to utilize the VENZ Corporation time machine to go back in time, fix this vehicle, which is pretty good, but it needs a few tweaks to make better. Plus, I did make a couple mistakes, like I completely forgot to actually do the brakes properly on this vehicle. That affected the stats a little bit. And other than that, I didn't know that you could just touch this. I was trying to do that in the last episode and it just wasn't working. So I think I had a couple game errors in the last episode that did also contribute to me completely failing. So as you can see right here, our loan repayment is crazy. And if I didn't need steel panels, we wouldn't have to get the loan in the first place to build those things for our company. So we're going to go, when we use the time machine, we're going to fix that so we don't have to have the loan. And then as you can see over here, our production is a little bit expensive. I made a couple choices that aren't really efficient in like the production side of things, so that's really expensive. Our engine is pretty okay, it's just overstaffed, and we are paying for way too many people, so people are going to have to lose their job, but because we're going to use the time machine, they're actually not. So what am I talking about? Also, we are going to go into marketing more, and I forgot that you could completely just go over here, market cargo volume, which since we're only selling like delivery vans right now, is going to be really good. That, and also I'm going to add a pickup truck variant to this and a sedan version just to sell to more markets. That in theory shouldn't completely ruin, like they shouldn't be competing against each other in sales, and it should be getting our name out there and getting more people to want to buy our stuff. All right, it is time for the time machine. We built it out of a Nash Metropolitan. Let's go. Boom, and here we are, completely right back in the beginning. As you can see, this is before we actually started building anything. We got $200 million, an A+ credit score, and everything is actually going really well. I just get to fix the vehicle. So we're gonna go straight over here into car projects and just fix it. We're just gonna fix it. I'm gonna do my best to make this a little bit better. Hit my mic stand, my bad. I'm gonna be switching over the panels to aluminum because the factory is so expensive. Even though this is a little bit harder to produce mass production wise, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be completely fine since we're selling such low numbers anyway. So let's switch that over. All of this should be fine. All right, good. My fixtures didn't actually disintegrate. And the engine is pretty good, it seems. Engine efficiency is all right. It makes pretty good torque. We're not getting any reliability penalties, so I don't really think our engine needs any crazy tweaks or anything yet. So I'm gonna keep the engine as it is. What I did, this is really bad. Look how expensive the brakes are. It's almost $1,000. And you see, it cost $4,280 to produce this car, and a lot of that is just the brakes. So let's bring that pad type down to about 40. No, not 100. Bring it back down to 40, and then we are going to, this is as big as these brakes can be. So the rear brakes are pretty good. Let's use all that grip we have right there, and then we can make our front brakes way better. Brake fade is bad. I think we need to up the pad type just a little bit. And then I'm still working on the braking, but I also for some reason I wanted to make it really heavy since the van was super light. That's not really like a realistic thing to do, so I'm just going to bring it straight back to normal, not have any optimization on the weight, because realistically, why would we? So that's going to make it a lot cheaper right there. As you can see, we already like almost knocked half the price off this car, so that's really going to be doing good for us. And because it's going to get slightly better fuel economy since it's lighter, slightly more reliable for some reason. That doesn't really make sense to me. All right, so here's my setup for brakes. Yeah, it's all right. Could be better, could be worse. We're also gonna go over here in the suspension. We don't got really much roll angle. Roll angle doesn't really mean much to me because, you know, I think about it as a non thing in a video game. You know what I mean? I don't. For some reason I don't think about it, so I never really do anything to the sway bars. So I'm gonna fix that up real fast. All right, so I added a little bit of rear toe and front toe. Yeah, not something I've really done in automation before. Shout out Bayer again for actually like making me realize it does something now. Man, I haven't been good at campaign in literally over a decade. Here's footage of me in 2015 playing campaign on the key engine version of automation.
MPG, man, that's what I need to know. If I know MPG, if it has like 2 MPG, then yeah, that's not good. If it has 5 mpg, yeah, that's not that good. If it has 20 mpg, then that's not that bad.
Yeah, and that's a long time ago, so oof. Anyways, so yeah, we're doing a lot better now, and the Prestige is actually pretty cool. I guess you're kind of swag if you own a Runner 100. So my brakes are way cheaper now, and we're a little bit better, so that's good. We still get okay gas mileage, at least for the year. Our reliability is good. Our off-road is all right. Our utility is good. Yeah, I'm really liking it, and it's not as cheap as Bayer got his or his version of my van to be, but that's because we made it have aluminum panels, and I guess that would make it more expensive. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna take a long time to engineer. Again, that's most likely probably be because of the panels I picked. I don't know what else could be really putting the engineering time here. It could be this. It doesn't really say that the cooling airflow goes to, doesn't have anything to do with engineering time, so I don't know. Don't have anything crazy going on here. Actually, I think we do get like a little bit of a buff, so we get our first like project going faster or something like that. We can always make it go quicker. And alright, and just looking at our scores right here, we've already added like 100 extra score to our score. So what I'm gonna do now is add another one. This is gonna be the pickup truck. Pickup, right there. And this is gonna be the 200 series. So obviously this is just a trim, so all this stuff is locked. And then over here, we're gonna go slap on the pickup frame or pickup body. We'll fix that, don't worry. This is gonna be a cool looking truck. I like the way Bayer just kind of did one. I'm gonna completely copy it. I like the little red pickup truck he made, so we're gonna do something cool here in a minute though. I got some other things to do. The engine's completely fine. Alright, and for this, I don't know, how hard is this to do? Production units, how about engineering time? Engineering time's pretty high. I'm just gonna say no for now. I'm not gonna put a 4-wheel drive, keeping the engine completely the same. The engine's fine. It's a good engine actually, rare for me. And then I believe we're gonna keep it on utility. I think that's what it wants, I'm not really sure. I'll look into it in a minute here. I'm gonna keep the brakes the same as they are pretty much good. We're also gonna put a radio in here. Can I not put a radio in here? Can't put a radio in here yet. That's alright. That's alright, I don't gotta worry about that. Got a little bit of a low comfort penalty. No radios are involved yet. Unless I put a premium one in, but that's a little strange and very expensive. So I think that's a no for me, man. Yeah, so the biggest thing about the truck is the comfort is not that great, but other than doing anything to the interior, I can't really do much about that. You know, just putting 1 or 2 into quality doesn't make a super big difference, but you know, I'll put that 1 extra into quality, I guess, you know, since it's like relatively cheap, you know. So we got okay comfort, and we're scoring into other categories as well. So let me just design this real quick, make it look a lot better, because no, why my truck got a comb over, bro? Hello? Alright, and there it is. I made it a farm truck. I think it looks cool. Yeah, let's keep going. And wait, that's not it. We're building a sedan too. So we're going to be building a sedan now, and it's going to be called the Tudor. I want to be a little fancy with that. It's going to be utility budget right there. And the biggest thing about this one is it's just going to be a sedan. We're going to go to the sedan body right here. Yeah, look at that. This is going to be a pretty interesting vehicle. Don't worry, I'll make it look normal in a second. And because this is relatively rough around the edges, as you can see, we got a seat count penalty. It kind of desires a wagon or an SUV kind of thing, and yeah, so we're kind of not really. This is kind of like, how do I describe this in like a modern car sense? You ever seen a Nissan, like, what is it, the Rogue Cross Cabrio? It's kind of like that. Like, who wants this? But you know, it's here. You can buy it. I'm gonna add a little bit more gearing just so we have a little bit more overdrive, just to make it a little bit easier to drive. The brakes can stay the same for now. And then we're gonna add bucket seats in the rear, premium interior, and a premium radio too. It's gonna make the car way more expensive, but as you can see, now we're appealing to way more markets, and the scores may not be super good, but I mean, just the amount there. Somebody from over here is gonna buy one, someone from over here is gonna buy one, you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. And our reliability is pretty good. These guys over here don't desire reliability. Oh yeah, they do. I was about to say they don't desire reliability to the same extent as the VENZ and stuff, but yes, they do. So I'm going to continue with that. And then for the suspension, we're going to try to make it a little bit more comfortable. Actually, pretty comfortable as is. There you go, 101% comfortability right there. That's pretty cool. It says we got low practicality, but I mean, what do you mean? It's a giant sedan, dude. Like, wait till that gets out of there. It's gonna look pretty cool. And all right, there are our specs for the sedan version, also known as the Tudor. The like MPG ain't great, but it's huge, so it makes sense to me. And it is relatively expensive, this one, but hopefully because it is premium and selling to all these markets, people will buy it. This one's not going to sell as much, I'm predicting. I could be completely wrong. This might sell like hotcakes. People just might be like, oh, this is the best car I've ever seen in my entire life, and just buy it like crazy. But I'll try my best. I'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm gonna delete this and do some other things to it, make it look pretty cool, and I'll be right back once again. Alright, and here they are, all ready to go. The scores are actually pretty alright. I'm proud of it. So, let's go here. As you can see, we got a 36 months reduction because this is our first this is our first project. So we don't really got to worry about how long it takes. We just got to worry basically about how much it costs. So what I also learned is that switching things to learning costs a lot of money. And my issue is, I'm bad with money management, so I got to keep that money there. It's bad for taxes, but I got to keep as much of that money there as possible. So that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, we don't have a reliability modifier, a negative reliability modifier. We actually got a positive 2% reliability modifier, and that's good. So we got a 13% familiarity, which makes us a little bit more reliable. As you can see, our material costs are going to be slightly worse for some reason, and our production units are pretty high. Other than that, everything else is pretty good with our tooling and all that. For our pressure, I'm just going to set it up back to completely zero, actually a little bit more towards the learning, just so we learn just a little bit, tiny bit more. Hit my mic stand, just a tiny bit more. And then we're just going to make it just slightly faster on this. Because, you know, we have a lot of cars, so we got to get them out there pretty quickly. Our process is going to make it slightly wasteful. And then for our tooling, we have the money currently, and we're going to kind of need it to be a little bit more automated. I'm going to keep it straight in the middle right there. That seems pretty good to me. All right, now for the engine situation, the engine is pretty good, and we're going to have to build quite a bit of them. So I'm going to want to optimize that process just a tiny bit. I don't think that's going to bite us in the butt, and we're going to keep our funding just, you know, we're going to make our engine slightly cheaper, and we're going to keep our I want to learn a little bit more about engines and stuff. We're gonna set our people to learn more. Process, we're gonna keep it a little bit more optimized, but not as crazily optimized as you can see right here. Everything is doing pretty good. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna keep that pretty much the same. Everything's gonna be done relatively quick, and these cars are gonna be able to be getting sold nicely, relatively quick. So now we gotta actually do our factory situation here, and because I didn't make them steel, I don't think we're gonna have to. I do not think we're gonna have to actually upgrade our factory for $100 million and just blow all our money completely. So, I'm gonna set our core staff to around 1.2, I believe. Actually, I'm just gonna take it easy for now. I'm gonna set it to 1 and have our max shifts be 1.5. I'm just gonna lower the worker quality just a tiny incy little bit, just to get that money, just to get it a little bit cheaper. We're not gonna pay them as much since they're not as good, if that makes sense. I actually completely missed the factory over here, so let's also do that. I want my workers in the factory to be pretty good, but we are not gonna target 3 shifts. That's kind of crazy. I know that the engines, there's multiple cars that they got to go into, so let's kind of have like 1 max shifts, and then again like just have that pretty low right there. And now we have do we need an iron foundry? Yeah, we do. And that's expensive, but it's gonna be fine. All right, so I figured it out. Here's a pretty okay. We're not gonna be super overstaffed, and plus we don't have that many people working for us. This is the car factory, so now we're not completely overworked. As you can see, we're working a small factory. That's good. We make a lot of engines. This is relatively cheap, even over a small 2. Not bad. Oh, this is not the car factory. This is the engine factory. But we can see what we can do with the car factory again. Just touch it real quick. No, wait, I was wrong again. That was the engine factory. I called the engine factory Ellsbury Motor Works. Yeah, the Eastport Express. Dude, what am I doing? So I'm learning here that you don't actually need a gigantic factory in automation. I thought for some reason I thought the cars were smart making, like, you don't build many at all. So I kind of want like a small factory, but that makes things handmade, so we don't really be able to get to build that much. So I'll do a medium 1. That seems pretty good to me. That's only 50 million. We're not gonna need a loan for that, but it, would be nice. But this looks all right to me. I only want 1 shift. I'm gonna keep our operation smallest first, and I expanded way too quickly first, and now we got more things to sell, so that should be really good. Do I have an aluminum press? No, I don't need one. We make enough cars probably. Yeah, we do. Cool. I don't know if we're gonna be selling all of them yet, but we're gonna be putting some money into, what's it called? We're gonna be putting some money into marketing. Yeah. All right, this looks okay to me. Kind of scaring me. I'm not a good automation player, man. Got a lot of people working, but as you can see, the load's doing pretty well right there. And there's green. There's green in our. We don't have any loss projected on the profit graph, so that's good. I'm also gonna add a 20% deposit on all these vehicles since they are a little bit more expensive. As you can see right there, no loss on the profit graph. Huh. It looks like we actually don't make enough cars at this point. Let's go back again. That's a good problem to have. And also, really nice knowing what the hell that means now. Dude, I appreciate Bayer so much for telling me how, like, campaign works. Like, I just been, like, just brute forcing it with, like, my archaic-ass automation knowledge. Like it's the same game it was, like, 12, 13 years ago, however long it was. No, it's not. Okay, so we need to build more cars, just in general, it seems. So we need more shifts. So let's go in there. Let's set our max shifts to 1.5 and our core staff to 1. Let's see if that makes a difference over here. But I don't really see a difference. But, alright. These all gotta sell for an alright amount. Let's see. 130%. No. How much does it cost to produce? Costs 7,000. I want you to sell 10. 10. What? Yeah, 10K. Give me that. Just give me a 30% profit. Yeah. 30% profit. Why is this one so expensive for no reason? People like that. Okay. And then let's do a 40% profit for that. Boom. What is this? What is this? What does this mean? So we're going to have a lot of stock. And people buy them. And then we're not going to have any stock. And there's not enough. Okay, what? Okay, you need to be more expensive then. 45%. That's weird. 40? How about if I give it all 50, or this one 50 and the other one's 40? 50-50? 50-50 and the truck's 40? Truck's the cheapest one. So how about I do a 45 on that? Yeah. Whoa, this is riveting gameplay. That's, I don't know. That's something. Yeah, at this point it just seems like we don't really sell enough cars. How about if I do that? Whatever. Everything's green and things should be doing good. This doesn't look like it's gonna take that long. Only really a few months. So that's pretty exciting. Looks like they're building 70 a month. Yeah, that's really not that many cars. We're gonna have to go back to the car factory. Hold on. I swear this is the last time I'm going back to the car factory. Nah, that's expensive. We're not gonna switch over. I changed my mind again. Now, I'm gonna save the game. Boom. And here we go, completing our design. And no loan. It's only gonna cost 74 mil. We can just fully pay for that in cash. Boom. We're gonna agree to that. So now, we're gonna go back to the hub. Whoa. That's new. Science studio. Wind tunnel. What the hell? Man, I love this game. Okay. So, our thing now is we're going to be putting this into production. So what I'm going to do is going to go over here into marketing. And I'm going to market ourselves reliability like I was doing last time. Since we got a lot of money, we can actually spend a little bit more. So I'm going to put 2 right there. We're okay at off-roading. Our things are pretty easy to drive, so we'll put a little bit into drivability. We're relatively prestigious. I don't know if that's a really good thing to market since we're doing vans right now, so I'm going to stay out of that. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's a good idea. I'm going to leverage our reputation that's going to be doing pretty good. Our prestige might actually go up more too since we used aluminum. They're handmade technically, so people could be like, yeah, I have a handmade delivery van. I'm so sick. you know, Mercedes, Metris people. And then over here, I'm gonna go with cargo volume. We're gonna put 2 into that right there, and then I believe we can even do a little bit of towing capacity right there. So that's a little bit of money like that we don't really have right now. Actually, let me just take that out, or take one of that out and keep one of them in. Nah. Actually, those are cheap. Yeah, okay. Reliability is expensive though. That's a hard one to do. All right, so now as you can see, we're gonna be marketing to more places, and we don't have a loan, so we don't have anything to actually consolidate, which I didn't know we could actually do. I'd never seen this menu before because money scares me. I didn't know we could consolidate loans. So now, hopefully, if I've done everything correctly, this should be pretty great. So let's click 1 month. That's losing 10 million. That's building the factory there. That's okay. Headquarters level cost. What is that? Never seen that before. And then there's marketing right there. But as you can see, people are actually starting to pre-order them a little bit. Our build quality is okay. Our factory has a little bit of slowdown, and our shifts are at 0 because nothing's going on. As you can see, we got quite a few pre-orders coming in. We're not losing a crazy amount of money. Okay, we're almost here. Everybody get hyped. The car's about to release. Boom. Release the car. All right. Everything looks like it should be okay right now. 100% staff employability. 150% staff. And, okay, so we need a little bit more. We need some more people over here at the engine factory. So I'm gonna add a little bit more core staff to that. And this should be pretty good. For some reason, we are losing a little bit of money. Oh, it's because construction still hasn't kicked in yet. Let's go 1 more month. Boom. That's profit right there. That's pure green. Pure green profit. We are doing great already. Save the game. Save the game. Save the game. And I'm already doing way better than I was in the first episode. Wow. Yeah. That's good. So we are already paying for our car production, and we are making quite a bit of money. There doesn't seem to be any issues here. Engine production, limited engine production, wanted factory shifts. Okay, so we need more people on both of these. So I'm gonna up these both to 1, and the car factory itself to 1.5. And then we're gonna see what we got here. This one's not as bad. It's 115. So we'll just up that just a tiny bit. Boom. And then we'll go 1 month from there. See if that's a little bit more profit. That is a little bit more profit. Sick. Oh, wow. We need more people to work in our factories. People want to buy these vehicles like crazy. That's very impressive for me. So as you can see, do we have any stock? Where's our stock? We don't have any vehicles in stock. That's not good. It's pretty okay to have a little bit of vehicles in stock. So I feel like we're gonna go kind of crazy with our shifts here. We can always back them off, which is not a super good thing, but we always can do that. So we'll put a 2 on that. We'll go to 2 on both. There you go. All right, let's do a month from here, see if that's profit. No. What's the issue? Do we have any? Are we building profit? Are we building stock yet? How about we just what does this do? We got enough money to kind of test things out, so let's just do that. Yeah. Okay. That's makes sense that they're being a little bit overworked. Let's chill that out quite a bit. How about now? Yeah, okay, now they're technically not overworked. And this is a little bit better. Are we gaining any stock? Hold on, let me see. 0.3, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2. How about now? Okay, yes, we are technically gaining a little bit of stock. So, yeah, so basically what's happening, now we have that complete opposite issue, if you can really even call it an issue at this point. Our issue is we don't have enough people to work in our factories because they're too small and too many people want to actually buy these vehicles. So we got to actually expand more. So yeah, we're actually selling really good. Just like in less than a year, actually just a few months that this car has been out, we have sold where's the, how do I see? We have sold 6,450 vehicles in the first couple months. That's pretty good. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video where I come back in and fix what I messed up. Yeah, campaign is very fun, and now I'm not scared of the money part of it. Clown me all you want in the comments down below. Until next time, I'm VENZ. Hope you guys enjoyed. Might have said that already. It's free in the morning. See you guys later. Dude, I have memberships. Touch them, please. I need to feed my 14 kids, man. I got so many of them.